up, you guys? It's your girl Justyn. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I meal prep my taco salad. If you are new here on my channel, welcome. My name is Justyn and I'm currently on a weight loss journey. So far I have lost 60 pounds following the Weight Watchers Freestyle program, and here on my channel I basically just documented the entire process. So if you would like to keep up with that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. So this taco salad recipe that I'm about to show you has literally become just my go-to for meal prep because it is so simple, quick, and easy to make. Literally the only thing that we're even cooking is the taco meat itself. Everything else is pretty much just a matter of prepping and arranging it. But yeah, if you would like to find out how I make it, just keep on watching. So here are all of my ingredients, guys. First, starting out, you're gonna need some ground turkey breast, the 99% fat-free, some taco seasoning mix, some Daisy light sour cream, some Taco Bell mild sauce, fat-free cheddar, lettuce of any kind. I just like the romaine salad. You're also gonna need 1 can of corn as well as 2 of these Quest protein chips. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I had to take that jacket off because I was literally burning up. But right now we're gonna go ahead and start browning our ground turkey breast. So you're gonna wanna use a dry non-stick pan, and then I have my meats right here. I am gonna take just a little bit of this Pam Original and spray the pan. And then we're gonna wanna go ahead and crank it up to about medium heat right now, and then later on I will put it on high. So right now what I'm doing, you guys, is kind of going into the pan and trying to like kind of chop it up myself, because when I think of taco meat I think of it being very like fine and stuff, and naturally the ground turkey, it never cooks like that, so you actually have to manually chop it up. So you don't have to do that if you prefer it chunky, but I prefer it to be a little bit, you know, thinner, so I'll go in and chop it up as I'm cooking it. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and strain the grease that's at the bottom of the pan, just because we don't need all that. Chop up. And then as that continues to cook, I'm just going to go in and break it up even more so. Alright, so now the ground meat is fully cooked, so I'm going to go ahead and go in and start making the taco sauce. So you're going to need 2/3 cup of water. And then you want to go ahead and go in with the seasoning. We are using the entire package. So I'm just going to mix this up, and we are basically, I'm going to just kind of keep washing it until it comes to a boil. Alright, so now it is boiling, and so I'm going to go ahead and reduce the heat. I'll put it on almost low, but not quite, and cover it, and I'm going to just kind of let that chill out for a while, stir it every now and then, and we're going to go ahead and get started on all of the other stuff. Alright guys, so we're now over here by the sink, and I'm about to start rinsing off this lettuce. As I am rinsing it off, I'm gonna kind of go through it and pick out the pieces that I don't really like. Me personally, I'm not really a fan of like the stem part of it. I really do not care for those really big chunky pieces. I'm not a salad person to begin with. So in order for me to even want to eat this salad, I have to stick to the leafy part, the part that I'll actually eat, because I'll end up throwing it out anyway. So I might as well go ahead and get it done now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that started. So this right here is kind of what I'm talking about. If you can see, I don't really like the big thick part like that. So what I'll do is just tear off the leafy side on one side, tear it off on the other side, and discard this part. If you don't care one way or another, by all means just keep it how it is and go through with it. But for me, I'm trying to like set myself up to want to eat this salad, because trust me, I would not eat it if these pieces were in it. Alright, so now comes the fun part, in my opinion. We get to go ahead and start arranging everything. So I have my 4 things of Tupperware. I don't even know if I said this in the beginning of the video, but this is going to make 4 meals. You can stretch it to 5, but me personally, I just like it at 4. I do believe that if you stretch everything to 5, then it does go down 1 point. So instead of it being a 4-point meal all across the board, it will be 3 points. But me personally, 4, it is just the right amount of being full and stuff. But you could totally do 5 if you want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting in the lettuce. I'm not measuring this or anything. This lettuce is 0 points. So this is really just eyeballing, kind of making sure each one gets an even amount. And that's actually what I'm gonna do for pretty much all of the ingredients. The corn, we're gonna eyeball. The taco meat, we're gonna do our best to make sure it, you know, is even. But all in all, we're gonna kind of eyeball everything. Make sure you're checking your meat, you guys. I don't want your meat to just be burning. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take this can of corn and open it up. All right, so corn is drained, and I'm gonna actually put it into the same thing as the lettuce. That's why I kind of have it bunched up like this. Again, like I said, not gonna be measuring this at all, just kind of eyeballing it. So I'm gonna start off kind of giving 2 spoonfuls. So you can definitely use more corn if you want to. You can use 2 cans. I love corn, but this in this salad is enough for me. But regardless, it is 0 points, so you can kind of do what you want with that. All right, so while the meat is still kind of cooling, it's actually about done right now, but I'm gonna just let it chill over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on all of our toppings, our little taco salad accessories over here. So we have our fat-free cheese, our sour cream, and our Taco Bell mild sauce. And basically we're going to be putting them into these little cups right here that I get from Walmart. So these, if you've never seen these before, I find these at Walmart, and I get them on the same aisle as the paper plates, plastic, forks, spoons, stuff like that. You have the miniature cups, and then you have the snack cups. So for the cheese, we're gonna use the bigger ones. So all my Weight Watchers people already know, fat-free cheddar, 1/4 cup is 0 points. So this I actually do measure it out, because for me it is very easy to go over, you know, eyeballing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out 4 of those cups, and then I'm gonna take my 4th cup measuring cup and basically just kind of go into it from there. I'm gonna load it in here, and I am gonna pack it because oops, making a mess once again. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. Now for the rest, I don't necessarily measure it with this, because since I know that this is a 1/4 cup, I kind of just make sure it is level to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these 3. All right, so there we have it. We have our 4 cups, and before I go ahead and put the lids on, I'm gonna go ahead and set them to the side. So now we're gonna go in with the mini cups and basically put in our sour cream. So for this, I use 1.5 tablespoons, and I know that is a very odd number. But once you go up to 2 tablespoons, it is 2 points. And I think that is just not something that I'm willing to do. Basically, I'm just gonna take my tablespoon thing here, get 1, put it in, and get 1/2, put it in. All right guys, so that is done. And then I have my little cheeses over here. So one little storage trick that I kind of ran across whenever I was doing it the first time is I will go ahead and cap all of these. Well, let me just show you guys one. So once I cap one of these, instead of having this, because you have a lot of empty space right here, I'm gonna just simply put this in here and then cap this up. So literally, instead of having 2 of these in your lunchbox or whatever you're using, you could just have 1, and it's literally just that simple. So here you can literally just keep these in the fridge just like this, and that day that you're going to be eating this, literally grab and go. So that is that. Another thing that I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and prep, if you will, this mild sauce. Because this is a glass bottle, I'm not comfortable with bringing this entire thing with me to and from work and my lunch box and all that. So I'm also going to put these in this sauce container. I know to some people this could probably look like I'm doing the most and doing extra right now, but literally just do what works for you. If you are comfortable like bringing this around, or maybe you have the individual packets, then by all means do that. Also, I wouldn't do this if I was able to leave this somewhere at work, but I don't have a place at work that is my personal space. Like I don't have a locker that I can have access to or anything like that. So literally, like I can't leave it there. So again, don't know if I said it before, but the mild sauce is 0 points. So that is something you can have literally as much or as little as you want. Doesn't matter because it's all 0. So here we go. Those are our little toppings. So now I'm gonna go ahead, and the only thing left is the meat. I'm gonna go ahead and put the meat in there with the lettuce and corn, and that's pretty much it. All right, so here is what the taco meat is now looking like. It is all nice and brown and moisturized, shiny looking and stuff. So yeah, from here I basically am gonna eyeball it, kind of just divvy it out into 4 sections, and then from there, just you get the gist. I'm gonna do that. So like I said earlier, if you wanted to do it as 5, by all means go ahead. You'll just have less meat. But this, let me go ahead and explain the points right now. So the meat itself, you guys saw, it was the 99% fat-free. I have before gotten fat-free ground turkey, and it was completely 0. But I don't know if it's just me with the stores that I go to here, but it is very rare to find 100% fat-free ground turkey. It's actually rare to find the 99%. I had to go to 2 different Walmarts in order to find it. Usually the 97 is like the most fat-free you're gonna get. So with it being 99%, whenever you scan it in Weight Watchers, it does come up as 4 points, I think, for the entire thing. for the entire 16 ounces. So of course when you split it into 4, that becomes 1 point. So the meat itself is going to be 1 point per section, and then the actual mixture, if you put this into the barcode scanner, whatever, it is going to come up as, I can't think straight right now, but basically in the end it's going to end up being 1 point for each serving as well. So 1 point for the meat and 1 point for the seasoning sauce is going to make each serving of meat 2 points. But I just wanted to let you guys know how the meat situation works, because I know some people are like, why is it points if it's ground turkey? Well, unless you get completely pure fat-free ground turkey, it is still points. So alright, so here is the final product, you guys. We got our meat, lettuce, corn, sour cream, cheese, sauce, as well as our chips. As far as how I deal with the chips, whenever I go to work, I go ahead and take the entire bag with me for the first night, and then when I'm eating my meal, I will go ahead and cut it open and kind of eyeball it, what's half of this, and then for the rest of it I just will roll up the bag and save it for the next day, and then use the half for the next day. So yes, you're only using half of one bag per meal. If you use the entire bag, that's 3 smart points, but half of the bag is only 1. It's one of those weird things that do that. So that is why I'm only using half the bag, plus half is more than enough. It definitely does really good with the flavor. So as far as points, one meal will be 4 smart points, and you are getting your points from the meat, which is 2, the half a bag of chips, which is 1, and then the sour cream, which is also 1. Everything else is 0 points. The lettuce is 0, corn is 0, the fat-free cheese is 0, as well as that lovely sauce over there is 0. So yes, this is a super quick, easy, simple, healthy meal that you can make. Also forgot to mention this, guys, but I am gonna have a side of grapes with each one. I did go ahead and rinse them off and put them in these little baggies so that whenever it's time to go to work, I can literally just grab and go. Alright guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. This is the first video that I've done that's like this, so I'm sorry if it was a little all over the place. So if you did enjoy, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up so that I know, and then I will be doing more of these in the future. And definitely don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on this journey, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.